fabulous. So I put on these sunglasses so that you won't think that I took advantage of the full makeup and the full hair, which so very rarely happens, to do a video for the second time today, the first one being my interview. But come on, I just told on myself. I don't usually look like this, that's why I'm relatable. Many times I do my recordings right out of the shower while I'm getting ready for work, and I have a towel on my head, and that's okay. I'm relatable. You can be relatable too. But what I'm going to talk to you about today is social media. So what I'm going to tell you is that you do not, in network marketing, have a brick and mortar store, more than likely. And in that same token, you also don't go door to door, more than likely, to sell your products. The way people find you, people who aren't, you didn't grow up with them, you don't know who they are, they're perfect strangers. The way they find you is through your social media. I'm going to use Facebook as an example because that's where I live. So on your social media page, even though it is your personal page, and I'm telling you, keep it your personal page. You can have a business page if you want, but you should also have a personal page that tells about your life, that tells about you. Because your customers, you're leading them into this experience with your product. And you are going to, you may never meet them. You may never meet them in person, but they are going to be, they're your job. That's your job. Your job is to take care of these people. Your job is to, God, it's hot in Arizona. I'm sweating, which is not good for makeup. Your job is to provide them with a service, and the service is you, and the service is your products. So, in the same way that you would not have a storefront that had trash on the doorstep that people had to walk over to get into your store, you do not want trash on your Facebook page. That is your storefront. That's your store. That's the first impression that you're giving people. You're telling them, this is the service that I am going to give to you. This is how I am going to treat you as a person. This is what I'm going to think about you. And if you're on your Facebook page and you are trashing your sister because she wouldn't babysit your kids even though she said she was going to babysit the kids, I mean, you might have a very real reason to be mad at your sister. It might be very warranted. But not everybody needs to know that, especially if you're trying to make your money by selling a product online. So you want to keep it clean. And a good way to do that is to think of that as your storefront. Now, I'm also going to tell you, if you had a store, you probably would not run into the street, grab people, and pull them into your store and tell them that they had to listen to your pitch about your great products. You might go to jail if you do that. So seriously, if you do have a brick and mortar store, don't do that. That's not, I'm using this as an example. That's not marketing. That's not how you do things. That's not how you sell things. In that same manner, you are not going to pop into their inbox. You're not going to Facebook message them or DM them or whatever the kids are calling it these days. Unwarranted. Without any interest being shown in your product. You're not going to do that. You're going to display your products in the best way on your page. You're going to talk about how much energy you have. You're going to talk about how great your lashes are. You're going to talk about how you can't even feel the foundation on your face, even though it's covered all of your blemishes so perfectly. You're not going to talk about the horrible guy who cut you off in traffic. None of the negative, all of the positive. You're going to talk about the great things that your product is doing for you so that they can see what it's doing, what it could do for them, so that they'll be your customers. But you're not going to cold message them. Please don't do that. Nobody likes it. I don't think anybody is going to make money that way. I cannot believe that anybody signs a distributor that way. It's just annoying, and it gives all of us who are working so hard to do it the right way a really bad reputation because they judge us on you. So please, please, Be a friend. Be a positive person. Be the person that people want to be around, and be the person that people want to emulate. I know that's a hard word. You can look it up later if you need to. I won't judge. I won't even tell anybody. So, Facebook is your storefront. You are not going to physically assault people by jumping into their messages and telling them to try your product. You are going to be a product of your product so that people can see how fantastic it is, experience that for themselves, and hit you up. That's what your goal is. And you are also going to keep it clean. Thanks for watching. Yeah, have a great day.